Yo guys, Spina here. So today we're going to be talking about the rerun characters in 3.3, if you should pull them or not. Now this is from a meta point, so if you like them, pull the goddamn character. Okay, this is only for those that actually want to clear the endgame and want to make their account slightly better. Okay, nothing else and nothing more. So if you like the character, pull that character and just watch some guides, because you can clear the endgame with most of the latest units anyway, as long as you build them right with the right team. Okay, now let's move on. So starting with Madam Herta, or the Herta. So out of the two, out of Aglea and Herta, I do think she is going to be your better investment as a DPS, because you can use her on almost every end game on currently available. Plus she's pretty solid, her numbers are pretty solid. Ice is pretty prevalent as a weakness of now, unless they want to change it moving forward. So you can use it on all the end games, and because ice is a pretty good element to have at the moment, it's pretty good. Now the only requirement is probably going to be, if you have a Tribby, it will be great, because Tribby makes Herta almost 2 times better. And if you don't have Tribby and you're gonna pull Herta, you should also aim to get Tribby in the future, because together they are almost disgusting. Without Tribby, she just falls off, but you could use alternates like a Sunday, RMC, and even Robin. They will work, but not as much as Tribby. You can also get Anaxa. I would not recommend him that much. He's good. Okay, don't make me wrong. He's good, but he's also situational, because Mini Herta, she actually does a lot better in certain game modes like Pure Fiction. I would rather recommend her than someone like Aglea, Anaxa. So yeah. Now moving forward, Lycone, you could get it. Her signature is really good. Not just for her, you can almost use that Lycone on almost every single erudition unit. So pretty solid Lycone if you want to aim for it. Really good Lycone to pick up. Eidolon wise, E1 and E2 are really strong. If you want to invest on her, E1 and E2 are really good. But I will always try to get a Tribby, especially if you can get an E1 Tribby with, the Herta is like game changing because of how Tribby and her E1 works. It's like really, really good. Now, moving on to Aglea. Now, where do I even start? If you're a new player, you just started Hunger Shuttle this patch, or you're gonna start next patch, skip Aglea at any single cost, because yes, she's a beautiful woman. I know she's gorgeous. I know you want to pull her, but let me tell you, if you're only just a waifu collector, get her. But if you actually want to clear endgame with her, she is probably the most costliest 5-star to build. And I mean build means straight out, it's super hard. Her best team is almost premium team. You kind of need Sunday, Huo, and what's her name, Rob. That's her best team, and they're all 5 stars. And let me tell you, they're all not easy to obtain, because they're all 5-star, they're limited, so you're gonna have to spend some pulls to get them. You can remove Huo and try a non-sustain team with RMC, but then you need to learn how to speed tune the whole team. So yeah. And speed tuning wise, her relic requirement is pretty high, so you need to have some really, really disgusting relics to pull her off in the end game. And now here's the kicker. Her E1 is like mandatory if you want to use her outside certain comps, because unfortunately she's also enemy reliant. If there is no, what's those enemies called, the stone enemies that give you energy, if there's none of them on the enemy side, you kind of need her E1, otherwise you will not get 100% uptime on her ult. And if you don't have 100% uptime on her ult, you're gonna lose speed. And if you guys don't know, she's the only DPS that scales off speed, so even losing 5 speed is like detrimental to her overall DPS. But if you don't care about that thing, she's pretty solid. She can still clear most of the end games. Pure Fiction, she might struggle because she's not meant for Pure Fiction, but other two like Epoch and MOC, she's still really, really strong, as long as you can build right with right units. Signature Lycone, not needed. It's all right. It will allow you to make her go faster, so you'll get overall damage. Plus, it will make her easy to build. You can get the 163, I think is her threshold speed. You need to get her to 163 to get optimal rotation and to get almost perma-ult. So yeah, Aglea will probably gonna be a skip if you're a new player, but if you're a veteran, you need to always think about relics if you don't have her. If you're a waifu collector, yeah, get her. Be happy, I guess, because that's what I did. I just got her because I just like her just on that's it, nothing more. It's kind of hard to use her, but she's pretty good. Now F2P wise, like I said, Herta is going to be the best pick. As long as if you're Tribi, she's incredible. Even with our signature, she can still clear most of the end games, like at least MOC within 4 cycles with our signature. If you have a signature and Tribi, you should be able to clear most of the games in 2 to 1 cycle. You can even 0 cycle as long as you have good relic investment. Aglea, on the other hand, is all about relic investment and team investment. If you don't have any of them, you're not going to 0 cycle, nor you're going to have an easy time clearing, because she also has some really good enemies and some really bad enemies. Like Nikidor is like one of the best enemies for Aglea because you can get a lot of return. You can almost have 100% uptime on her ult even without the best build. But if you go up against someone like the banana boss, the energy draining boss, well, you're going to have a hard time. Also against adventuring, she kind of struggles, but she's still solid as long as you know how to build and speed tune her whole team. Pool value wise, get Herta. Think about Aglea later. If you're a new player, try to get the Herta and probably get her on the try to get Tribi on the rerun, or you can skip and wait for Finon or Saber, because let me tell you, those 2 characters will be broken DPSs no matter what. Because let me tell you, for some reason, every character that drops on X4 patch is OP. At least for 303 patches, like what they did with Firefly, and before that I think it was Jingli Yu dropped like 4X patches. They will be made up for at least 4 patches, so I think that's going to be a better investment. So yeah, pull wise, get the Herta if you don't have a solid ice DPS that can cover all the 3 end games, and Aglea's like situational / your account investment. If your account investment is not that high, Aglea is going to be a skip for you. But if you are a waifu enjoyer, get her. She has some really good dialogues, I can tell you that much. And yeah, see you guys on the next video, and if you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. It always makes my day. So bye guys, have a great day.